Hola y bienvenidos. Si estás aquí, es porque quieres mejorar tu inglés y estás en el lugar indicado. Aprender inglés es una de las mejores decisiones que puedes tomar, ya que abre puertas a nuevas oportunidades, ya sea para estudiar, viajar o avanzar en tu carrera profesional. En este vídeo, vamos a explorar juntos métodos efectivos y prácticos para que aprendas inglés de forma rápida y divertida, sin importar tu nivel actual. Así que, prepara tus ganas de aprender y empecemos este emocionante viaje hacia la fluidez en inglés. Ellos comen siempre juntos.
They always eat together.
They always eat together.
Yo bebo agua frecuentemente.
I frequently drink water.
I frequently drink water.
Tú corres rápido.
You run fast.
You run fast.
Nosotros aprendemos constantemente.
We constantly learn.
We constantly learn.
Ellas venden fácilmente sus productos.
They easily sell their products.
They easily sell their products.
Él teme mucho a las alturas.
He is very afraid of heights.
He is very afraid of heights.
Yo debo siempre cumplir mis deberes.
I must always do my duties.
I must always do my duties.
Nosotros leemos tranquilamente.
We read quietly.
We read quietly.
Tú rompes algo ocasionalmente.
You break something occasionally.
You break something occasionally.
Ella comprende bien las instrucciones.
She understands the instructions well.
She understands the instructions well.
Ellos creen firmemente en sus ideas.
They firmly believe in their ideas.
They firmly believe in their ideas.
Yo dependo totalmente de mi familia.
I totally depend on my family.
I totally depend on my family.
Nosotros defendemos siempre la verdad.
We always defend the truth.
We always defend the truth.
Tú temes innecesariamente.
You fear unnecessarily.
You fear unnecessarily.
Él mete cosas rápidamente en la bolsa.
He quickly puts things in the bag.
He quickly puts things in the bag.
Nosotros prendemos las luces cuidadosamente.
We carefully turn on the lights.
We carefully turn on the lights.
Ellos exceden a veces los límites.
They sometimes exceed the limits.
They sometimes exceed the limits.
Yo respondo claramente las preguntas.
I answer the questions clearly.
I answer the questions clearly.
Tu proceder bien en esta situación.
You proceed well in this situation.
You proceed well in this situation.
Ella escoge inteligentemente.
She chooses wisely.
She chooses wisely.
Nosotros compartimos generosamente.
We share generously.
We share generously.
Ellos cogen flores en el campo frecuentemente.
They often pick flowers in the field.
They often pick flowers in the field.
Yo escondo secretos hábilmente.
I skillfully hide secrets.
I skillfully hide secrets.
Tú defiendes siempre tus derechos.
You always defend your rights.
You always defend your rights.
Él mueve lentamente sus piezas.
He moves his pieces slowly.
He moves his pieces slowly.
Nosotros vencemos pacientemente los desafíos.
We patiently overcome challenges.
We patiently overcome challenges.
Tú concedes amablemente.
You kindly grant permission.
You kindly grant permission.
Ella vende sus productos exitosamente.
She successfully sells her products.
She successfully sells her products.
Nosotros depender mucho de la naturaleza.
We depend a lot on nature.
We depend a lot on nature.
Ellos responden educadamente.
They politely respond.
They politely respond.
Yo temo a veces a los desconocidos.
I am sometimes afraid of the unknown.
I am sometimes afraid of the unknown.
Tú lees tranquilamente.
You read quietly.
You read quietly.
Él interviene activamente.
He actively intervenes.
He actively intervenes.
Nosotros vendemos productos localmente.
We sell products locally.
We sell products locally.
Ellas mantienen siempre su posición.
They always maintain their position.
They always maintain their position.
Tú temes innecesariamente.
You fear unnecessarily.
You fear unnecessarily.
Yo obtengo buenos resultados generalmente.
I generally achieve good results.
I generally achieve good results.
Nosotros excedemos algunas veces los límites.
We sometimes exceed the limits.
We sometimes exceed the limits.
Tú mueves despacio tus piezas.
You move your pieces slowly.
You move your pieces slowly.
Ella vuelve tarde regularmente.
She regularly comes back late.
She regularly comes back late.
Nosotros vendemos productos exclusivamente en línea.
We exclusively sell products online.
We exclusively sell products online.
Ellos dependen totalmente de su familia.
They totally depend on their family.
They totally depend on their family.
Yo temo algo raramente.
I rarely fear something.
I rarely fear something.
Tú concedes algunas veces.
You grant permission sometimes.
You grant permission sometimes.
Él mueve suavemente sus piezas.
He moves his pieces smoothly.
He moves his pieces smoothly.
Nosotros comemos juntos diariamente.
We eat together daily.
We eat together daily.
Tú temes un poco.
You are a bit afraid.
You are a bit afraid.
Ella prende las luces inmediatamente.
She immediately turns on the lights.
She immediately turns on the lights.
Nosotros aprendemos algo nuevo a diario.
We learn something new daily.
We learn something new daily.
Ellos defienden su postura.
They defend their stance.
They defend their stance.
Yo temo ocasionalmente.
I occasionally fear.
I occasionally fear.
Tú lees tranquilamente.
You read quietly.
You read quietly.
Él mueve muy despacio.
He moves very slowly.
He moves very slowly.
Nosotros vencemos pacientemente.
We patiently overcome.
We patiently overcome.
Tú respondes educadamente.
You politely respond.
You politely respond.
Ella comparte su opinión activamente.
She actively shares her opinion.
She actively shares her opinion.
Ellos escogen cuidadosamente.
They carefully choose.
They carefully choose.
Nosotros compartimos nuestras experiencias felizmente.
We happily share our experiences.
We happily share our experiences.
Tú prendes las luces lentamente.
You slowly turn on the lights.
You slowly turn on the lights.
Ella concede generosamente.
She generously grants permission.
She generously grants permission.
Yo respondo inmediatamente.
I immediately answer.
I immediately answer.
Tú vendes ocasionalmente.
You occasionally sell.
You occasionally sell.
Él depende únicamente de su esfuerzo.
He solely depends on his own effort.
He solely depends on his own effort.
Nosotros comprendemos rápidamente.
We quickly understand.
We quickly understand.
Ellos corren a veces juntos.
They sometimes run together.
They sometimes run together.
Yo temo muy poco.
I am very rarely afraid.
I am very rarely afraid.
Tú compartes experiencia felizmente.
You happily share experiences.
You happily share experiences.
Él teme los cambios frecuentemente.
He frequently fears changes.
He frequently fears changes.
Nosotros resolvemos eficazmente.
We effectively solve.
We effectively solve.
Tú temes innecesariamente.
You fear unnecessarily.
You fear unnecessarily.
Ella concede generosamente.
She generously grants permission.
She generously grants permission.
Nosotros dependemos completamente de la lluvia.
We completely depend on the rain.
We completely depend on the rain.
Ellos prenden la radio siempre.
They always turn on the radio.
They always turn on the radio.
Yo leo tranquilamente en las tardes.
I quietly read in the afternoons.
I quietly read in the afternoons.
Tú respondes cortésmente.
You courteously respond.
You courteously respond.
Él vende ocasionalmente sus productos.
He occasionally sells his products.
He occasionally sells his products.
Nosotros compartimos nuestros logros orgullosamente.
We proudly share our achievements.
We proudly share our achievements.
Ellos escogen con cautela.
They cautiously choose.
They cautiously choose.
Yo temo pocas veces.
I am rarely afraid.
I am rarely afraid.
Tú defiendes firmemente tus opiniones.
You firmly defend your opinions.
You firmly defend your opinions.
Él responde siempre rápido.
He always responds quickly.
He always responds quickly.
Nosotros aprendemos mucho constantemente.
We constantly learn a lot.
We constantly learn a lot.
Tú escoges cuidadosamente.
You carefully choose.
You carefully choose.
Ella mantiene su postura firmemente.
She firmly maintains her position.
She firmly maintains her position.
Nosotros vendemos directamente.
We sell directly.
We sell directly.
Ellos dependen solo de sí mismos.
They only depend on themselves.
They only depend on themselves.
Yo prendo la radio a menudo.
I often turn on the radio.
I often turn on the radio.
Tú lees tranquilamente en las noches.
You quietly read at night.
You quietly read at night.
Él vende muy raramente.
He rarely sells.
He rarely sells.
Nosotros comemos juntos habitualmente.
We habitually eat together.
We habitually eat together.
Ellos corren rápidamente en el parque.
They quickly run in the park.
They quickly run in the park.
Yo vuelvo regularmente a casa.
I regularly come back home.
I regularly come back home.
Tú corres siempre rápido.
You always run fast.
You always run fast.
Ella responde cortésmente.
She courteously responds.
She courteously responds.
Nosotros creemos en la bondad de las personas.
We believe in people's kindness.
We believe in people's kindness.
Ellos exceden con frecuencia los límites.
They frequently exceed the limits.
They frequently exceed the limits.
Yo temo cuando veo películas de terror.
I am afraid when I watch horror movies.
I am afraid when I watch horror movies.
Tú prendes las luces rápidamente.
You quickly turn on the lights.
You quickly turn on the lights.
Él vende usualmente a buen precio.
He usually sells at a good price.
He usually sells at a good price.
Nosotros mantenemos siempre la calma.
We always stay calm.
We always stay calm.